Hey guys, it's your favorite pipeline nurse practitioner. I woke up thinking about welding fumes. Don't ask me why. My dreams are wild. Anyway, so a couple of my patients canceled this morning, so I've been reading about welding and the toxic exposures, and it would take me a year to talk about all of it. So I'm gonna try to condense it into a snack-sized video. Took notes again. All right, so welding. The fumes are made up of metals, of course, and carbon monoxide, ozone, and nitric oxides. The biggest one is metal is the manganese. That one causes Parkinson's-like symptoms. So over time, it affects your movement, your balance, your memory, your mood. It can present with depression, anxiety, irritability, or poor coordination. Hexavalent chromium, that's for people who weld with stainless steel. It actually changes your cellular DNA and increases your risk of lung cancer pretty significantly. Nickel can cause asthma and lung problems. Lead and cadmium, sorry, I can't read my handwriting, affect the liver and the nervous system. Ozone and nitrogen oxides cause lung inflammation. Carbon monoxide causes headaches, confusion, and fatigue. And there's something called welder's lung, which is actually when those tiny particles of metal deposit in your lungs and essentially cause COPD or asthma. And then there was, metal fume fever. Many welders get flu-like symptoms after welding. The effects are often worse at the start of the working week. Metal fume fever is usually linked to welding or hot work on galvanized metals. High exposures to mild steel weld fume can also cause this illness. So that's fun. Also, you have to take into account the other random chemicals you're exposed to when you're grinding coating in metals, when you're cutting stainless, when you're working in confined spaces, when you're burning paint and rust, which they said is actually more toxic than the weld itself. You should be concerned when you have consistent fatigue. Now I know you guys are all tired all the time, but this would be a persistent, distinct fatigue. Hand tremors, memory changes, mood changes and irritability, chronic cough, shortness of breath, morning headaches, feeling slow or foggy after a long day of welding. And really, PPE, using a respirator, having lots of ventilation, not just like a garage fan. Doors and windows open, respirator on. That's really the only thing that can prevent these exposures. You know, certain situations it's worse than others, but it's there. If you can smell it, that stuff you're welding is in your blood. Anyway, here I am, delivering all this good news again. Be safe out there, guys.